Hey everyone, Robin with the Y here. Wow, this is so much better looking than your usual videos. Oh, well, yeah, I got a new camera. I mean, like, a lot better. But yeah, the last camera was like really old. Because your other videos look really Alright, I know they look bad. That's why I got the new camera. Moving on. Recently I took a trip to Southern California, as I'm known to do from time to time. Had fun, went outside in the sun. Okay, listen, I made a video about my past experiences with that big ball in the sky, link in the description, but this is a new one, isn't it? So the first day down in LA, and yes, I will be referring to all of it as LA. The first day, my roommate Brianna and I went to Universal Studios because we have season passes specifically to see the Wizarding World of Harry Potter again. Lumos bitches. We stayed the night at my aunt's and left for the park in the morning. We packed snacks, we had sunscreen, we had water bottles that we may have left in the car. Okay, that was my bad, but I was really excited. I wanted to do magic. Anyways, we get to the park, pass Voodoo Donuts on the way in, decide to get some on the way out so we can eat them the next morning for breakfast. We get into the park, see the sights, do the magic, and it wasn't even that hot, and we were making sure to drink at all the water fountains we saw just to stay a bit hydrated. But the sun had other plans. I first started feeling bad on that knockoff Indiana Jones, on the Mummy ride. It's an indoor roller coaster that comes to abrupt halt halfway through and then does the whole thing in reverse. It's pretty fun, whatever. But when the abrupt halt came, my head went forward and then slammed back in the seat pretty hard. And it actually really hurt, and I might have gotten a concussion. Whatever. Well, I had a headache and I already was pretty nauseous from all of the freaking 3D rides. So we took a break, met a velociraptor, a great white shark, King Kong, as you do. And then I felt fine. A little warm, but my head didn't hurt and my nausea went away as soon as we got something to eat and more water. But then we started walking back to the car. Park was closing, we were tired, I was starving, and I was thinking about telling Brianna to stop on the way back to my aunt's so we could pick up something to eat when we passed Voodoo Donuts. And then we remembered we were gonna get some on the way out. And there was a line. Didn't seem that long. Asked how long the wait for donuts was, and it was 45 minutes. 45 minutes for donuts. Fuck that. My head starts hurting again, so we give up on our voodoo dreams and head to the car. We get in the car and put in the GPS to get back to my aunt's house. And I had planned to stay awake to keep Brianna company as she drives. But cars usually put me to sleep, and my head was just, at this point, real bad. It was one of my migraines that I get from time to time. I guess I had missed the warning signs, so I'm like, my head hurts, I need to lay down. Tilt the seat back, go to sleep. I wake up, I think maybe 20 minutes later, because my head will not let me sleep, which is not normal. Usually I can sleep through my migraine. And I'm like, Brianna, I don't feel good. My head hurts so bad. And she's like, I have Tylenol and water. I'm like, water? She goes, yeah, you're probably dehydrated. I'm like, that's genius. I'll drink some water. So I grab the water bottle and chug half of it. This is where I think we went wrong. And then I dig around in her bag for the Tylenol, and I'm holding it in my hand with the rest of the water, waiting for my nausea to go down enough so that I could confidently swallow the Tylenol or whatever it was. That point never came. I threw everything down, said, Brianna, I'm gonna need you to pull over. It's a quarter mile of my head out of the window. We pull off the freeway, there's a Denny's there. I'm thinking, great, I can use the restroom. And then 2.5 seconds later, I think, I'm not gonna make it to the restroom. Right when Brianna asked, are you gonna go inside? I said, nope. She parks the car, I open the door and throw up into the planter bed. I look like a drunken person, but here's the thing. Remember how I said I was starving? And I chugged the bottle of water? Well, the bottle of water came up and nothing else. I dry heaved a couple times and then a little blood came out. Fun, right? Finally stopped throwing up, get back in, rinse my mouth out, sip little things of water because I realized my mistake. We stop and get gas. I'm still rinsing my mouth out and just spitting it on the ground next to the pump. Brianna makes a joke. How I look like I've had too much to drink and can't handle myself. We get to my aunt's house. I managed to keep a straight face long enough to get out of my aunt's house. I didn't want to worry her about it. There's like nothing we can do at this point, and just like sip water and try not to die. And then we go to the hotel where we're meeting my parents, and my parents get there, and my plan was to be like, oh yeah, I just got a little dehydrated. I'm just not feeling very good. But then I saw them and I just was like, Mommy. I went to the hotel room, passed out on the bed, and then they had ordered pizza, and when that showed up, I had 4 slices and more water. And then I was fine. You'd think, wouldn't you? But we're not done yet. The next day we were out and about, but we weren't in the sun for very long. We were either in a restaurant or in an aquarium or in a concert hall. It's fine. There's vlogs of all of this, by the way. You can see the heat exhaustion happen in real time. But the day after that, we go to Disneyland. My favorite place in the world. It's great. I have all these pins. Look at them. Freaking love it there. My favorite place. However, it's much hotter that day than it was at Universal. But my parents were there. Brianna was like convinced I was gonna die at any point, I'm pretty sure. Because she's like, have you had water? Have you had water? Have you had water? Have you had water? Yes, Brianna, I've been drinking out of your water thing. We get to about 11:30-ish and it's really effing hot. My parents going by this thing, which is like a thing where you get it wet and you like put it around your neck and it keeps you all cool. Get that wet down around my neck. My face is bright red. I'm not sweating. I'm not sunburnt either. We go to the Grizzly Water Rapids ride. The wait was like 50 minutes, which would have been fine because it's all like undercover and we had like frozen lemonade we were gonna eat. But myself and Brianna and Taylor, my brother, were due at the Blue Bayou in an hour, which we're not gonna make it there. So we're like, you know what? You guys go. We'll just head over, we'll hit another ride or something, but we can't go on this ride. The wait's too long. And the guy checking everyone in for fast passes hears us. His name's Chris. He goes, hey, what's the problem? What's the problem? And my dad explains, oh, they have lunch reservations at the Blue Bayou. They can't go on the thing. And I guess I must have looked like I was dying because he let all of us into the fast pass line and we didn't have fast pass. There were 7 of us that he just let onto the ride. He's the coolest guy ever. We get onto the fast pass line. It took about 5 minutes. We chugged our frozen lemonade and we ride the ride. I didn't get even that wet and we managed to get to the Blue Bayou. The time we get there, I'm like hot again. My wrap thing is dry. It gets to that point where like you're so hot you can't just keep still and you have to keep moving. Luckily, Blue Bayou, nice and cool. Took us about an hour to do the whole meal. It was great. We all got Monte Cristos. Even though we didn't all order Monte Cristos, it just came out that way. Whatever. Super expensive. By the time we got back out, it was much cooler and I was better, but the sun tried to kill me twice in 3 days. That's why I don't go outside. Seriously, this skin, it doesn't do well in the sunshine. This hair just soaks up all of the heat. That's why I don't go outside. That's why I'm always on the internet, and that's why you'll be able to chat to me in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!